Hello everyone. Welcome to another stream. Hope you all are doing well. I'll see if I might have to go or not. I have my kid also calling out for me, so we'll see how that goes. But hello everyone. Hope you had a good week so far. It's almost weekend. Um, and I think in Pakistan it's about 12 already. So I hope everyone is doing well. I just wanted to do a quick stream on sort of experimenting with the Gemini Nano model that Google has released recently, and it is now available in Chrome as well. So we're going to have a look at that, and also we'll see how it feels like, and we might be able to ask it some questions as well. So it's going to be super interesting. So I'm going to try to keep this stream short, but I think this is going to be more of a fun stream where I can explain how the Google Gemini um, model works, how you enable it, and then also how to try it out, how to ask questions from it, and things like that. So I'll try to do that. So let's get started. First of all, how many of you have already worked with an AI model? Can you give some thumbs up? How many of you have already worked with any AI model? And if yes, then which AI model have you worked with so far? Is it Google Gemini? Is it ChatGPT? Is it Claude? Is it something else? Which AI model have you been working with? I'm going to quickly try to moderate a couple of things in the meantime. Let's see. And by the way, apologies for not being so active on YouTube. I have a lot of things on my plate, so I've been busy. But what do you use? Do you use GitHub Copilot? Do you use ChatGPT? Do you use, I don't know, some other AI model in a day-to-day life? Faya says Gemini. Okay, are you using Gemini 1, 1.0 or 1.5? Which version of Gemini are you using at the moment? I'm also gonna put my phone to charge, or maybe just charge via this right here. Okay, so we have at least some Gemini users. So have you looked into Gemini Nano at all? And I can quickly try to see the relevant links as well. Okay, so I think we can start. I'm gonna share my screen, and I hope everything here is set up as well. So here is our chat. Here's the bottom banner. There we go. Okay, so first of all, I wanted to introduce you to the Gemini sort of, it's called the model garden in Google. And I'm very new to all of this, so please bear with me if I say something wrong. But essentially, Google has a lot of models right now. So if I try to say Google model garden, you should be able to find a lot of models right here. So if I go here, hopefully once this shows up, we have a bunch of things that we can look for. We have Gemini, we have Gemma, and even in the Gemini, which are the foundation models, we have Gemini 1.5 Pro, we have Flash, which has gone through some sort of what we call distillation process, in which it is sort of tuned a bit further from the base model. So it is a bit faster and also works really well at scale as well. Then we have the Gemini 1.0 Pro. This has lesser tokens compared to other one. And then we have Provision, then we have Imagen, we have so many of those. So in any case, what question do you have about Gemini Flash? Gemini Flash is a bit faster. It is also designed for handling more computation extensive tasks. So this one is recommended for that, and it's also more cost efficient. So assume that you want a lot of processing to be done, but it's not as generic. It is, and you imagine your queries to Gemini being a lot, then you should probably look into Gemini 1.5 Flash. But you can read more about that as well. I'm not an expert so far on AI and ML. I'm looking into it. I'm looking into what models are there, which use cases are meant for which particular models, but I'm not there yet. So don't take my advice as an expert yet, maybe in a couple of months. But yeah, Gemini 1.5 Flash is out there as well. But during the Google I/O 2024, they did announce that the Gemini Nano is going to be available in Chrome. So previously it was only available on Android, and I think that too on certain devices, Pixel. I don't know which version of Pixel, but yeah, some latest Android version. So and the phone as well. But the idea is that with the Gemini Nano, you can have the Gemini model or one of the Gemini models on device. That is what interests me. And me being a web developer, I think I'm really, really interested in the capabilities that come with the web, of course. So we're going to look into how Gemini Nano looks like. And for this one, I'm going to share in the chat as well, so you can also look into this later on. So this is the article, which basically explains the built-in AI and what's happening right now. So this is still in an early preview. Developers and other people who have partnered or have joined the early preview, they are constantly giving back feedback to Google to basically improve all of this, and especially the APIs as well. So this is not yet ready for really, really complex use cases, as far as I know, and also probably not suitable for production yet. But the idea is that you can do a lot of cool things about that. So for example, you can, one of the best things that I like about the Nano is I don't have to be worried about privacy because none of the data goes to Google servers. And that is really good. If you don't really want to have something, this is really good for a lot of use cases. For example, if you have something that is on premises, which we call on-prem, and it's not supposed to communicate outside, you can just download the Gemini Nano on the browser, and then it's going to work from there. Now, it depends on how much you want to take it further, because it's also possible to tune it as well, as far as I remember. So here you can see in Chrome, these APIs are able to run interface against Gemini Nano with fine tuning on an expert model. I'm not really sure if further tuning is possible. I don't think the further tuning is possible in Gemini or Gemini Nano, but I'm pretty sure if we look at Gemma, which is another set of open models, that you can tune yourself. But if we want a lighter version that can run on device, Gemini Nano is the one that we are looking at. Now, I also understand that there's so many different variations of it. I can get confused all the time as well, like Gemini 1.5, Gemini Flash, Gemini 1.5 Pro, and then Provision, and then 1.0, and then Nano. I don't know how many, but we will probably take some time to understand, I think with time, which one to use for which use case. But when we talk about Gemini Nano, the great thing is that the website that's running can talk to the AI model via the browser. And we have some APIs which are right now exploratory. So we can use that for local experiments and some sort of POCs, which are called proof of concepts. So we can try these out, we can see how they look, and we can maybe give ideas back. Now, these are running on CPU, GPU, or TPU, whatever this whole browser is running on. And the good cases that I've seen people recommending, including what I've tried as well, is summarization, translation, answering some questions about some content, but not really something that you can use for facts or checking facts. So it might what we call hallucinate quite a lot as well. So, but you can, for example, give it a text and then ask, is this text safe for work or not? You can also ask maybe like, what is the sentiment described in this text? Is the text happy? Does the person feel sad in the text, or what does it feel like when we read the text? So those kind of things, and also writing assistants such as proofreading, grammatical correction, rephrasing, these are also some things that we can work with. So how do you really get started with this? So I'm going to share another link with you, because Vercel has been doing a lot of good things with Gemini, or not Gemini, but AI. They're so sneaky that if you try to search Vercel AI SDK, which is this one, or not this one actually. Maybe I can go to the GitHub from here. So here, so they're so sneaky that they have first of all named the repository AI, but they've also managed to get the AI package on NPM. Super sneaky. So yeah, this is super cool. So what they basically do, from what I've seen, I've not tried it in any of my projects, but I've seen different videos and also just explored this documentation, is that we have a single package and we can tell it which sort of provider to use. Just like a good package is architected, I think this is also done the same way. So we have the base package, which is which has a method called generate text, and then you can provide it a provider like OpenAI. You can give it, I don't know, Gemini Nano, something like different packages that, or sub packages that they have in a namespace, so to say. But you can use generate text and then give it a model. And here we are saying OpenAI GPT-4 Turbo, but similarly, we can also give Gemini Nano as well. And they've provided us with this sort of example, which uses Chrome AI behind the scenes. So Chrome AI is a provider, which is this one. And this is the provider for the AI package, or Vercel SDK. So here you can say Vercel AI provider for Chrome built model, Gemini Nano, blah, blah, blah. So this is also a really nice application that you can try out. And if you try to run this in a regular browser, this will not work. So give me 1 second. I'll try to show you into maybe another browser, and I don't want to jinx it on something that I don't want to show. So give me 1 second. And there we go. So, oops, here. So if I try to go here on this particular page, you're going to see that we get this sort of prompt that says, no, you need to update the Chrome because the browser is not supported. So we need to update this to at least version 127 or higher. And then we can look at the demo, blah, blah, blah. But so far we need to make this supported. So we need to update it. So you can see that we need to use dev or canary, either of those. We can't really go with the stable Chrome at the moment. So if I go to settings, you're going to see that the version I'm running right now is version 126. So it's not even 127. So that's why it wouldn't work. And I can't really do anything in this particular browser to make it work. So you have to install canary, or you need to install the dev channel for this. So here you have download it from here, and the version right now is, I think, 128 or something. And similarly, we also have this dev version. So you can also download that as well. It depends on what you want to look at. Once you're done with this, I'm going to show you how it looks on a browser that is actually working. So this is Canary that I'm using right now. If I go to settings, you should be able to see that here in the About Chrome, we have the version 128, and it's also updating Chrome, so it's probably going to install a new one. So 128 has these features. So what do we do? What do we need to do really with this? The first thing I'm going to show you is we need to do a couple of things to once we have installed the browser. So the first thing is that we need to go to Chrome Flags Prompt API for Gemini Nano. We need to find this guy. If I try to find this here, you can see I can't really find it. But if I try to find the same thing into here, I will be able to find it. So in Canary, you can see this is the prompt API for Gemini Nano. So I need to make this enabled. This is the first flag that you're gonna try to see. I'm gonna hide the chat right now so you can see it completely. So you need to make this enabled, okay? The second thing that we need to do is we need to use this particular flag, which is optimization guide on device model. And we need to change that or enable bypass perf or pref requirement. So we need to basically do this. So if I try to go to this particular page and refresh, you can see enables optimization guide on device. This is in Canary again, and you need to set it to enable bypass perf requirement. Finally, we need to go to Chrome components and we need to enable something that says OnDevice Model. And this was the most sneaky one. Trust me when I say this. I was bashing my head because I could not see this option for half an hour. I thought maybe the browser is flawed or I did not install it correctly. Then I installed it via Chocolatey, which is a sort of package manager for Windows. I tried a bunch of things and then it didn't show still. And then I just waited for 15 minutes and then it was there. So that was super, super freaky. But anyways, if I go to components, Chrome components, I should be able to find something like on device. And you can see right here that we have this optimization guide on device model. Here we have the version. If I click check for update, when you do this the first time, this will download the actual Gemini model for you. This is really important. So we need to do this if you really want to work with the Gemini model. Once that's done, we can quickly go ahead and open any site. It doesn't really matter which one. I can go here, go to inspect, and I can just go to the console and I have a new thing right here, which is called window.ai. Look at that. This is an object that is now added to the browser, and it has a bunch of things. So it has create text session or can create text session, can create generic session, create generic session, create text session, blah, blah, blah. It has a few things that I can see here. I'm not really sure about the generic sessions. I've not looked it up yet, but the text session is something that everybody's talking about. This is what you use for prompt, or you can ask questions from the AI. Muhammad Afan says, Assalamu alaikum, Ahsan bhai. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. Welcome, welcome. So here, what you need to do first is you need to create a session. So here we can say const session equals await, and here we can say AI dot create text session. When we do this, this is going to give us the session. So if I open this, you can see this is an AI text session. And the text session has a bunch of functions. We have prompt streaming, we have execute streaming, and destroy. So what I can do here is I can start working with the session and I can say session, or I can say const response. So I'm going to ask it a question. Let's ask the same question that Afan is asking in the chat. So we can say something like, I don't know, session.prompt. And I also need to use the await here because this also returns a promise. And I can ask, what is better, React or Angular? So let's ask this and see what comes out of it. Now you'll see that this will take some time in the beginning. Right now I can hear my CPU trying to do something. And once we have the return statement from here that says undefined, that means it's done. And then we can look into the response. So let's wait a while. But for me, Afan, it's going to be Angular, not React. I've worked with React for the past 7 years. I've worked with Angular for the past 10 years. I find Angular much more nicer and easy to work with. I don't have to take care of useref, use memo, which is probably not the case anymore with React 19. But yeah, so many hooks, so many weird things. I don't like it. Okay, so we have response here. Now I can say response, and you can see here we have a whole sort of, a whole answer from it. You can see React and Angular, both public open source front-end frameworks used for web development. Both frameworks offer blah, blah, blah. This is the whole text for you, Afan, so you can read it in your free time. And nobody can say anything to me because it's not me who said it. It's the AI. So yeah, we have a built-in AI in our browser that can work on any website whatsoever. This is super cool. Any website can just say window.ai and they have the access to our browser. Super nice. So here, let's say if I wanted to try it out offline, so I could go and say offline, and now I'm not connected to the internet, which means if I just refresh the page, it's not going to work. Can I do the same thing again? Can I create a new session and can I ask it for some opinion? So maybe let's try something different. Can you tell me something about the meme brother ew? Let's see if it knows the recent memes that are out there. By the way, if you have any crazy questions that you want me to ask the AI, type that in the chat. And one more thing to consider is that right now I'm running the streaming software, which is quite heavy as well. So it could be that the whole CPU gets a bit clogged, and I'm also running some other softwares as well. So the model might respond a bit slower, but regardless, it takes some time. And sometimes it also responds, but sometimes it doesn't. So sometimes it might fail due to some reason, and it will throw an error, basically telling you what that is. Can I try to see response now already? No. So it's not defined. It's just still processing it. Let's see when this comes back. I think maybe it's the question that I've asked is too difficult for it. Not really sure. Or could be. That's a good question to ask. Maybe we can ask that. So let's refresh this. So if I hit enter, we can create a new session. And we can say, do you know who Mohammed Ahsan Ayaz is? Okay, so this return statement basically means we've got the response. So let's see. Mohammed Ahsan Ayaz, born in 1959, is a Pakistani politician and a former member of the National Assembly of Pakistan from 2008 to 2013. He represents the Punjab province in the Punjab Assembly. Ayaz served as the Minister of State of Water and Power from 2013 to 2015 in the provincial government of Punjab. Is that true at all? Is that really true? Was he in the PTI political party? This is really, I have so many questions. I think I should search and let's see what it comes. Mohammed Ahsan Ayaz in PTI Punjab. What did it say? Punjab something? Punjab Minister of State and Power. Minister of State. I don't really think that is true, to be honest. National Assembly of Pakistan. I should be able to find it here, right? The site is so slow, or maybe it doesn't work anymore. Could be. Maybe I can find on. No, the site is also pretty slow. Sad, but yeah, that's not true. I don't think that's, no, I don't think that's true. Anyways, I'm gonna ask the second question that you have, and we don't even need to save this in any variable, so we can see the response right away. You said ASP.NET versus Node.js. Which one would you recommend? Let's see. Have any one of you worked with .NET? I think it could be it could be correct. It could also be wrong. Because, for example, here I read somewhere it says, yeah, here ASP.NET can be relatively slow, especially for large and complex web applications due to its centralized architecture and the need to manage state at the server level. I'm not sure if that's true anymore with the recent ASP.NET frameworks, because I did see someone, or I remember someone mentioning that the benchmarks say that it's in some cases it's even faster than Node.js, but yeah, I'm not really sure. Could be right. But yeah, anyways, what I wanted to show you really was this. I was working with an application, and this is something I created during a hackathon. So this is something that I'm also going to create a demo of, and you'll probably see a video from me about this as well. But essentially, this takes a source language, target language, and then just translates that. So this is a translation application. This doesn't ask questions and expects Gemini to respond with answers. This is just giving some text and getting out the translations. So here, for example, what I'm going to do is I'm going to, let's say, pick, I don't know. Do you have any preferences of which languages to choose? Should we do Hindi to English, or should we do English to something else? Pick one. Mohammad Afan is asking, how do you stay updated with the new technology updates? I find it a bit hard to do so myself, but I try to look into Twitter every now and then. I also look into, because I'm a Google developers expert, that gives me the benefit of getting a lot of updates from Google. So a lot of emails sometimes, and also the updates within the community as well. So people talk about different things in Discord. So I'm part of the Discord community, or the Google Discord community, which is open for everyone to join. So you can join as well. So it's if you want, I can share the link with you as well. But it's a really good community where you can see a lot of things that Google is doing. But I'm talking about Gemini Nano specifically today because last week I was in Germany, in Berlin, and there we had a Google I/O Connect extended, and there they discussed basically all of this, like Gemini Nano is coming, Gemma 2. There's so many things that were discussed as well. But yeah, when I saw this, I started looking into what people are saying about this so far. We have some sort of articles as well. So yeah, I can try to find the Discord link. Give me 1 second. I'm pretty sure it is supposed to be public for everyone, but I'll see, because otherwise I wouldn't even be able to invite people here. Yeah, there we go. And I can share this in the chat. So do join the Discord community. It's great. A lot of people are there. Oh no, it's not gonna open it here. That's fine. Hello dear sir, how are you from Pakistan? Arshad, I'm good. Thank you for asking. Okay. Cool. So let's look at the application. And sometimes the microphone doesn't work, so we'll look into what if it works. If not, we'll just restart the browser and see if everything works. But let's do a test right now. I'm gonna switch this to English. Test 1 2 3. Test 1 2 3. Test 1 2 3. Okay, it doesn't work. So what I'm gonna do now is check the microphone and the access to it. So it is looking fine for me. I'm gonna also check the settings as well of the sound, because it usually just goes weird. This looks fine to me. Okay, I'm gonna try to restart Canary. So give me 1 second. Task. I'm gonna end task. Canary. And let's do a 12 tabs, restore window. And let's see now. Hello, hello, testing 1, 2, 3. Now you can see this works. Awesome. So this should basically bring us results from the Gemini API or the Gemini Nano. And here you can see, hey, testande ett, 2, 3, nu kan du se att det här fungerar. I have no clue. But if someone is here from Sweden, I'm terribly sorry of how I'm pronouncing this. I should have been better. It has been a lot of years here. Arshad, how are you doing? But I can also ask here things like, I don't know, did it rain yesterday? And if I submit this, it goes to a whole process. I'm not going to go into too much detail, but in the end, I am using the same API. So here you can see I'm using the create text session. And then I'm also using the session.prompt. So I pass the prompt here, I get the result, and then I just return the result back. Easy peasy. And I can also use the summarize feature as well. So I can translate from English to Swedish. I can also try to use, for example, Hindi and convert to English. Maybe we can try something in Urdu/Hindi. So what do you want me to say in Urdu? Sorry, I'm just checking some messages. Okay. Okay, I don't see anything. So maybe I can try something for myself. Let's see. Hey, Nancy Ella, how's it going? How are you? So I'm going to try something in Urdu. Let's see. कल सुबह उठ के मुझे चाय पराठा खाना है और उसके बाद ऑफिस जाना है. I'm super interested in seeing how does it translate the chai paratha thingy. So we'll see. By the way, Nancy, we are right now trying out the Gemini Nano, which is the on-device AI model from Google. So if you want to have a look at it, you can quickly look at this particular link. I'm going to share in the chat as well. But essentially, you can try out AI and Gemini within your browser right away. It might be a bit slow. It also depends on how many resources you're running at the moment. I'm running a heavy streaming software and also my editors as well, or DaVinci Resolve and whatnot. So it might be a bit slow. But let's try this. Maybe I can try it directly. So if I do session, no, we don't have a session here. So we can do something like const session equals, and the Gemini API right now is it's available right here. So await AI dot create text session, not can create, but create text session. And then I can just simply say await session dot prompt. And here we can basically do something like this. So we can say something like translate the following into English, and we can give the text right here. We don't even need to specify which language it is. It's just gonna translate it. So if I hit enter, there you go. So getting up this morning, I plan to eat tea paratha and then go to work afterward. This is close. Can I do something for you? Not really sure. No, I don't like people doing something for me. That's fine. But you being here and just visiting the channel is good enough. Thank you. Aha, you're an artist. What kind of art do you create? Alrighty, so that's pretty much it. You now have an AI in your browser if you're using Canary, or in the future when you're using 127 plus version of Chrome available, especially if it is stable. The Gemini Nano, it is still gonna take a lot of time, but we'll see how that goes. But this is an app. I'm going to make this one public. Do you want me to work on the React application right now in this stream, and maybe we can publish this and deploy this so people can actually see this working? What do you think? Afan, I think I have a good idea. I've been there, done that, but we'll, yeah. Nancy, thank you so much, but I don't need that. I create my own banners. I create my own things as well. So thank you still for the offer. But let's try to do one or two things, and then we'll try to deploy this application to GitHub Pages. And then we'll just try to see how this goes. Okay. So what I'll do is I'll spin up the, that's not the one. This should be the one. So one of the things that we can do right now, since this is a React application, we can try to add some sort of loader that we show when we have the prompt basically doing something, right? So what we can do is we can try to go and try to find this really cool application called Pure CSS Loaders. If you try to find this, you're gonna go to loading.io, which has a bunch of loaders. So here you can pick blue, green, and I don't know, pick your own color. This was not something that they had before. And it doesn't work as well. But they had some, maybe it works now. Aha, okay, because I had white. That makes perfect sense. So you can choose a color. I'm not sure if you can choose a size still. Yeah, they have updated it at least to have the size. But what you can also do is search something like Pure CSS Loaders Extended. This is something me and my team at IOMX basically created. And this is sort of an enhancement of the same thing. This is more configurable. So you can click this, you can pick your own color just like this. Or you can just give it a hash. So there's no color picker here, unfortunately. I'm really sorry. But you can also pick the size and you can basically increase that. So I could make it like 300 pixel and it shows you exactly how that would look. And the code for that also gets updated. So this was a really fun project for me to work with the team. So what I want to use a loader at the moment, I think, is this guy. So I'm going to just copy this. And I think this is the right size as well. What I want to have this in color is essentially, I'm going to go to compute it and see what kind of color is it. So this is the color. So I don't know. I think we only have hash right there, maybe. I don't know. Does it use this color as well? Oh, there we go. Ooh, interesting. Ooh, look at that. I love it. Okay, so I'm gonna copy the HTML and CSS. So copy the HTML. Let's create a new React component. We're gonna call it loader. So we are gonna go here. We are going to say loader.tsx. Let's create it here. Sorry, you had a question as well, Afan. I missed that. I recently completed my internship as a MERN intern. What to do next apart from the job? I mean, learning wise. The best thing that you can do is you can create a lot of projects. The more projects that you create, the better it is for your portfolio, and And yeah, that would be my recommendation. For example, this project that I've created right now, this one, nobody paid me anything for this one, but this was a fun project. I learned a lot. Try to do the same thing. This one, sorry, this one also, nobody paid a single penny to me, and you can see it's there. So just create a lot of projects. It doesn't matter how much you learn something unless you have a lot of projects built with what you know. You're always going to be in doubt of, if you're good enough or not, if you understand what I mean. So I'm going to change this to class name. Maybe we should also have a way for just copying JSX instead of HTML, because here it says HTML. We should probably have something like JSX and just change the class to class name. That could be a really good feature. Let's copy the CSS. I'm going to create a new component here, loader.css. We're going to go here. We're going to paste this guy right here, and then we are going to load this right here. So we can do import loader.css. There we go. Now what we'll do is we are going to show the loader when it is trying to get some data. Okay, so where was it? I think it's in the chat. No, it's not in the chat. So this is a language picker. There should be a button that says, okay, so we have dictaphone right here. Then we have text area and submit. So listening. So when we do submit, it should go right here. No, not here. Oh, on submit, we prevent default, and then we do a send message right here. So what we'll do is we'll just try to here we'll try to set something, and we will say something like is loading or something. So let's create this. So const is loading, set is loading. So we are basically creating a state variable to hold when we have the request in progress. So here we can say use state false, and we can quickly go here and say when we start the process, which is, where is it? Yeah, here. So so we go here, we do something like, or can we also do yeah, we can try to wrap this here as well. We can say try and try catch. Yeah, try catch. And then we can do something like send message. Ooh, what was here before? What is send message? Just send message. Okay. So here we can do something like set is loading to true. And then we can do something like await. Is this an async method? Can we make this an async method? Yes, we can. Then we can do something like set is loading false. And then if something goes wrong there, we can go and catch it here. And we can also do set is loading false. And do you know what? When you use try catch and you want to do something in either case, so even if it's successful, I want to do is set loading false, and in catch as well. So instead of that, I can just go ahead and do this in finally. So I can just move this inside finally, and in catch, I'm just gonna do a console.error, passing the error itself. Okay. And I can remove it from here. So now instead of having both in try and catch, I just have it in finally. Okay, so now we can render the loader. So I think just below the summarize button, and no, where should it be actually? I think we should either have dictaphone or we should have loader. So we can do something like this. We can say if is loading, then we show the loader component. Okay, otherwise we show this. And let's format document with prettier. Let's save this. And now let's try to see if this works. So if I do something like hello, good morning, and if I submit, ooh, we saw the loader for a split second and then it just went away. So what we'll do is we'll wrap this loader inside a div and maybe just give this a center class or something. So here we can do something like class name with full text center. Let's save this. Let's format this. And now we can ask for something bigger maybe. What is the or let's try the microphone. So this is going to be a very, very big text, and I want you to tell me what is the meaning of life. Ooh, we got the answer right away. What can we ask that can take a bit more time? Maybe summarize. So if I hit summarize, no, I don't think we do this on summarize. No. Maybe let's try something else. So we can maybe have a bigger text from somewhere. Maybe let's pick it from here. So let's try it here. I'm going to try to go here. Hit submit. So you see right here, we got the loader, and then we have the output as well. Good. Awesome. If I try this again, what happens? You can see the loader and then it comes here. So that's good. Now we can see the loader as well. What if something goes wrong and if there's an error or it can't really work? What happens then? So if I refresh and submit, it just says something or empty or dot. Ooh, this looks like a dolphin or something. I don't know. It's interesting. But anyways, so if I put something like this, hit submit, we have a loader and then it comes back. So maybe it could fail. Let's try to put something in the code that makes it fail so we can test it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go inside the ai.ts, and when it processes the prompt, I can just go ahead and say, after we've gotten the result, we can just say if 1 equals to 1, throw new error, PHP is the best. So if I now try to say what's up and hit submit, you can see that the loader still goes away. Even if it's an error, it's important that the loader should go away so I can try a new one, right? So here we have PHP is the best as an error being thrown at least on console so people can actually see and do something about it. But I think we have now tested it nicely. Maybe we should also do the animation of the microphone a bit more. For example, when I talk, it doesn't really seem like it's doing a lot. So it is animating right now, but it's not as visible. So maybe we should try something different. So there you go. You can see, yeah, we can improve this a bit. Maybe make it a bit faster, and then also make a bit, the duration could also be a bit different as well. So we have animation pulse that takes 1.5 seconds. We should maybe, what does the summarize button do? It summarizes the entire conversation. So for example, if I hit summarize, it's going to take some time and then it would just give us a summary. Yeah, here, what happened in the whole chat. So it summarizes all of it. Okay, so let's make this, I think 0.5 seconds, or I would say maybe 0.7 seconds. And the scale that we go from, I think we should not go to 1, but rather 1.8. So it becomes a bit bigger. Let's see how it looks now. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh, no, that's not, that's too much. No, I don't want that. Okay, stop. Okay, so that was too much. Why did it translate now into English? Response message. Interesting. Maybe it's hallucinating. Maybe we should put some breakpoints and we'll see how that looks. I'm going to make a project similar to this now. Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. We should probably just do 1.2. I think that should be more than enough. So I'm going to refresh this. Let's say test 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now this comes here with the prompt that says translate the following Swedish from English. So we are converting this to this. And we get the answer. They are da 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 da. Okay. So I'm thinking maybe we need to have this pulse infinite, and maybe we should also have ease in that I don't really see at the moment. Maybe it should also be 3, and maybe this should also be 1.13. Let's see. Let's try this out. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, I think it's too fast. Maybe make it 1.5 again. Let's see. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, this should not be like this at all. Let's see. Test 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 at all. Okay. Have you deployed it too? No, not yet. I will do it right now. So we can do, I don't know, maybe we can go with 1 second infinite. I don't know if we should have it at infinite. I think that's a problem. So if I do something like test 1, 2, 3, what do you think about that? All right, now I'm speaking, and as I'm speaking, it should continue. No, it actually applies it and then just forgets about it. Okay. All right, let's try to translate that one. Okay, so I think this is okay. We can definitely use this one. One more thing that we can also do is to have this on hover as well. So I can go to dictaphone, and I can also say that this should have a hover bg primary and duration of 200. So now you can see when I mouse over, I do have the possibility to click it then. Hey. There you go. Okay, I think this is good enough. We can work with this. For sure. I'm gonna, you can look at the deployment later on, and I'm going to share the link as well. So maybe we can go and start deploying. So let's go to GitHub. What should we name this app? Maybe we can say something like Gemini Nano. Something. So Gemini Nano translation. Or maybe we can say Zuban Gemini Nano. So a web application demonstrating translations and summarization with Google Gemini Nano OnDevice Model. Okay, so we have this right here. We can make this public. Do I need to change anything? We can also add tags later on, but I'm just gonna make this like this. 207 repos. Damn. Yes, I think I create repos without thinking. So, yay. Okay. I also recalled one more thing that we need to do, and that is when we summarize, it doesn't show anything. So we should probably say when summarize, we also show the loader. So we're gonna go to our code, and when we use summarize, which is I think inside chat. Yeah, so here we have summarize, and it is summarize conversation. This should also return a promise. So we can make this guy an async method as well. We can also put an await here as well. And then we can just take this guy outside, delete this guy. Ooh. Summary.then val. No, it should be just summary. And what we can do here is we can say set is loading true. And then we should be doing the same thing as before. So try catch, put it right here. And if there's an error, we console.error, the error. And the finally can have set is loading false. And we can also have an alert here that says check the console for summary. So because we are not really showing that in the UI, I think it's good. Stately Fall, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. It's good, it's good. How about you? Okay, so we do this. Let's try the summary again. So if I try to do this, you can see the loader right here, because this one takes a bit more time. So the idea of actually showing the loader came from this. And once this is done, then we should be able to see that in the console. The summarization takes a bit more time. So here now it says check the console for summary. So here we have summarization of the translated content, blah, blah, blah. And there you go. Just browsing around software streams. Awesome. What do you do? What do you work at? Are you also working as a software developer or something? Okay, so I think now that we have this, interesting. What kind of stack are you working with? Or what do you work with, if I may ask? I'm going to copy this. Let's try to put this code out, but I want to see the VJS GitHub Pages. I also want to enable GitHub Pages from here. So let's go to Pages. Let's go to GitHub Actions. And I want to look at GitHub Pages. So I'm going to copy this guy. And this should be in... the file was named workflows, if I remember correctly. And choose... Yeah, exactly. Searchers B. We can quickly go to the code base. And we can create a folder. Let's call... was it github/workflows/deploy.yaml? Something like this. If I'm correct. If I'm not, we're going to find it out. That's fine. Very old school Apache, PHP, JS, Python. Awesome. Great. How long have you been coding? How long have you been a software developer? So we got that one right here. Let's see. We also need to change the base, and that should actually be this guy right here. Zuban, Gemini Nano. So let's quickly change that in Vite config. And here we can go ahead and say base, Zuban Gemini Nano. That's good. I don't think we need to change anything in terms of deployment. Maybe we do. There should be a base right here. No. So when it's going to build, it's just going to build for it. That's fine. I think this should be good. We can just quickly try to do it. Oh, but the problem here is you see it. I don't like this approach, because then when I'm serving, even then it does it. But we'll see. If I do now, it is trying to get it from the root, which doesn't make sense. I don't want to make this in here, to be honest, because then I can't really work with locally. But I think when we build it, we can build it for there. So when we go to package.json, when we build, I think here we can give base href and something like this. I'm assuming. Let's try the npm run build, and we're going to see if it ends up in the HTML thingy. Started my senior year of high school in 2015, went to college for it, but didn't graduate until 2021. Aha, okay, awesome. Awesome, that sounds really good. I graduated in 2010. No, 2013. 2010 I was enrolled in the university. So yeah, has been a while. Okay, could not find the declaration of okay, we can install that. Am I using yarn or npm? Install, save, types. Let's see if I can find the types for this guy. Then we also need to see another thing. It was somewhere in ref.current.class. So here, ref is probably null, but it's not. I know for a fact. Current. What is ref? Oh, why do I have this code at all? Sorry, my bad. Let's see. Unknown option base href. What are you talking about? Okay, so if I try to run vite, no. npx vite build help. So it has target, assets directory, minify, ssr, blah, 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 mode. Why do I have... okay, do we have any local cache of wheat? Because if I do this right here, then it's going to work fine. If I run npm run build, it is going to build just fine, and should... okay. Let's revert this guy to remove... okay, it's time. So I'm going to save this guy, run build. This should be fine. And if I go to this index.html, do we have the base right here? Yeah, the base Zuban Gemini Nano is there. That's good. But what was the other way around it? I want to see that one. So if I say vite base href, I think I should be able to find it somewhere around here. Public base path. So this one, it's called base. I was trying base href, but it's base. So I want to do that instead of this base right here. I don't want to do it right here. Or I could also check the environment here and then build based on that. I'm not going to do that. So I'm going to go here and package JSON, and here we can just say base equals, and I'm going to just copy the name from the config. So here it is. Copy and save this guy. P, and we can remove this guy, and we can also remove this guy. All right, let's do an rm rf dist, and let's do npm run build, so we can see the dist being created and working fine. So we've got the dist right here, index.html, and we should have, yeah, we have the base href in all of them. Cool, nice. So we have package blah blah blah. All of these files are here. So we can quickly go ahead and start with the right thing. If I say git log, what do we have here? We have initial commit. I want to remove everything in the git for now. Status, git init, git commit, initial commit, git add. Let's do it like this. Let's do a initial commit. Let's do a push. And we need to add the remote. So I guess GitHub Ahsan Ayaz. And if I go to repositories, that's the one we're looking at. So we're gonna add, no, maybe we can, no. Let's pick it from here. And my camera died. Yay! That means I've been here for 1 hour or more. I'm gonna copy this guy, paste it here, and I'm gonna change the battery of my camera. Okay, there we go. I dare you to push the node modules. I can, but I don't want to. I don't want to make it harder on GitHub servers, to be honest. Okay, let's see. So we got this right here. We should be able to see the deployments. So installing dependencies, it should build. I think it should build just fine. I think I've done this enough times to actually make it work. Well, we'll see. So once this is deployed, we can quickly add it from the settings. So use your GitHub Pages website. There we go. Oh, there we go. We got success right here. So if I go to details, if I go here, the artifacts should have been uploaded. We have deployed to as well. When I start development, I push them. Everybody has done that. I've done it. Yes, so many times. Not just once, so many times. Okay, there we go. So unexpected application error. Ooh, that doesn't sound good. Did we have some maybe you know what? I think the wheat is broken. Maybe. Let's see. Doesn't throw any errors, to be honest. If I do this, no, it doesn't. So let's see what's wrong. So wheat.config.ts doesn't have it. Package.json has base. So Gemini Nano, that's good. The workflow file, the deployment, what does that run for building? npm run build. That's okay. What did I miss? Seriously feels false as I've done worse. I just checked in a very old report that has exposed APIs. That's a good one. Yes. I don't remember being done that. I do remember that I have put, at least in my projects, I have done that, but then I obviously made those projects private, of course. I'm good. I'm a good person. Unexpected application in 404. What do you mean? What do you mean? What's happening? So root is here. We have this guy right here. I think I know. It is the router, isn't it? I think it's the router. It is the router, maybe. The path is empty. And then we have the home right here. I think this is the case, I think. Let's try this running locally. So npm run dev. What I also want to do and wheat config ts. And I do want to bring this here. So let's see. Let's try this locally and see if that fails there as well. So if I refresh here, so here you can see that this fails. That's why. So here it says found internal true error, no route matches to Gemini Nano, blah blah blah. That makes sense. But does it? If I go here, the problem here is that it doesn't understand, because I could add myself a base here, which is href, and I can say Zuban Gemini Nano. I could do that. Is it the same with client? And then I see base href is this one. No, but no, I think that's not the fix. We need to see with React router. Let's see. React router wheat base href. Let's see. Oh yeah, we need to provide the base name. That's what I'm missing. Where do we set that? Here. Create a browser router, base name Packers. So here we have it. My bad. What if we share the env files to ChatGPT? Those silly false as those were my beginners days, like some of my first coding projects. Yeah. Have you tried deleting the whole database? I did it, and I don't think I'm as ashamed as I should be, but I did that pretty recently after 10 years of experience. But fortunately, it was my own project. It wasn't my company's. But The problem was I was coding at around 3 a.m. and I would recommend people to not do that. Not okay at all. I hope that you never get to experience that. I hope. Is it? So when we create a browser router, I think we can provide this in the options. So base, yeah, here we go. So here it's Zuban Gemini demo. We can save that. And if I refresh, it's not able to match the URL because it does not start with the base name. So the router won't render anything. What if I try to do this? That's not good. So, okay. Cons base name equals, and I just want to just do this and do this and change this and change this. How about now? Zuman Gemini demo is not able to match URL. Is it not the same base name? Wait a second. Router base name is not able to match the URL. Zuban Gemini. Okay. It's a typo. What was the query? I didn't have a query. It was a migration that I was running, and what happened was I can tell you the story in full view. So what happened was I I was trying to do Prisma migration. I'm not sure if you're aware of that. So it's an ORM that I was using for Postgres, and I was trying to do some migrations locally, and then I had a situation where the production had some of the migrations missing, because apparently there were two ways to publish changes from your local to your production. One is something like DB push, Prisma DB push, and then another one is Prisma DB migrate. So I was using Prisma DB push because I was basically familiar with that, but that was more suited for MongoDB. And if you have something that is relational, you should be going with migrate always. So you have a migration sort of history, or all the migration files created, and then also you can roll back. But I used push, and that would just override everything. And then I said, oh no, I should probably migrate. And then when I use migration, it would say, no, you're stupid, there are things missing, you should probably start from scratch. And then I was trying this locally, and it worked in all of the cases that was that I was targeting. But since I was trying things out locally, I had to delete the whole table every time. So I basically put in my migration script to delete the tables in the beginning. But then I pushed it to production, and that single line that actually would remove all the tables was still there. So that was not fun. I'm getting a call. Maybe it's my son asking for a bottle of milk. So I'm gonna be right back. Be right back. And I'm gonna set the timer to 5 minutes. I need a bit more time. Be right back. Okay, I'm back a bit early, but let's see if we can have this continued. So let's go to C. So Zuma Gemini Demo and Zuma Gemini Nano are not the same. So this should be rather Nano. And if I hit refresh, now it says. So what I should be doing, I think the problem, no, wait a second. I think it should be just this. Yeah, there we go. So we have a base name that we can do like this. And then we have this, we can put it like this, and we can just go ahead and try it out. Okay, so this one works now. I think this should fix everything. So ftxx, blah, blah, blah. There we go. Just add this, go here, status. I think even if I don't, no, I think it's fine. Commit, fix, router, add base name, and we can push it. Git push. There we go. Now let's wait for this to be deployed, and I think we can try it out then. I'm going to share the link in the chat as well for you to try out as well, but you would have to have the Gemini Nano thingy yourself. I think there could I could also add some instructions to basically have all of that. Maybe I can just point to the AI SDK app, to be honest. To be honest, I can just point to this because there are instructions for that. Or maybe I can put instructions out there. I'm not really sure now. Yeah, they had good instructions. Maybe I can just point to them. I don't have to reinvent the wheel, to be honest. It would be a bit of a problem if they change, but yeah, maybe let's try this. So I'm gonna try to open this into. Let's wait for this to be deployed. So this is deployed now. If I go to my app, refresh, hey, let's go, and this is deployed. Hello, this is deployed. So cool. I have a question. Shouldn't we see a loader here? Why don't we see a loader here? Because the microphone doesn't do that. Does it not do that? That's not good. Why me? Let's see. Now I've got to fix that as well. Hey, microphone, do you work at all? Yeah, we don't have the loader there, so we need to look at that as well. They should probably go through the same function, and then we wouldn't probably have that problem, but let's see. So we have a summary. We have the dictaphone, which is listening, and once this is done, it sends a message, right? So this is where it should. If I moved everything inside the send message, I would save 2 points of code that do the exact same thing. So maybe we can go ahead and do something like that. So it should set a message. This is the place where it should do whatever we wanted to do. So so what I want to do is I want to move all of this thing inside here. There we go. And so send messages, status loading, everything looks nice, super cool. Cool. And then do we return anything from it? No, we don't. So now that we have the send message here, I can actually remove all of this. I can actually copy this and just replace all of this with this. And that means now my app should still work. So if I say, how are you? I should see a loader. There we go. And we should also then see with the same thing with the microphone as well. So let's see. I am good, and you? So we saw the loader, and we also saw this guy right here as well. Super cool. Awesome. Great. Now that we have this, we can just go ahead and deploy this. I don't think I'm missing anything, to be honest. Oh yeah, the instructions. Maybe we can add that right now as well. So let's try to go to a Chrome page. Let's try to go to here, and then here we can also show if a dialog if it's not supported. Can I just no? Is it using shared CDN? Maybe. No, it's not. So we have some accordions right here. Supported browsers. I'm thinking if we should add this or leave it completely. But maybe if I go to their Chrome provider, if I go here, there should be some instructions right here, or no, not at all. Yeah, here. So we have this right here, right? So maybe I can just copy this and basically copy it in the markdown. Oh no, I don't want to. Maybe I can look at the README from here. README, raw, and I can have this right here. Okay. So here we have it right there. We can quickly add. Oh, we should probably, yes, we should definitely look at our README. So here we can say something like Zuban, the Gemini Nano based translations app. So here we can also add this app uses the on-device Gemini Nano model supported in Chrome 7 Plus for translations using both text input and voice input as well. Okay, so there we go. And we can also just get rid of all of this. Enable AI in Chrome, blah, blah, blah. We can also say dev extra, blah, 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 Chrome extension roadmap. And we can also have the built-in AI. We can also share the link from here as well. So here we can do, no, can't do. So here we can probably say this guy, and this guy right here. Okay, preview to the side. Currently 2 official plugins are available. No, they are not. And text summarization. I think the text summarization we can probably add later on. But we'll improve it as the time goes on if I got the time to it. But let's just add these for now. And we can also say README, and we can also have some sort of link to the README later on as well. So let's first push this, and then we can add a link in our application to the README. So here we can push this, and we can say git add, git commit, what did we change? Yeah, fix chat, add loader or display loader. during summarization. Also updated the README, git push. And now if I go to my actual code repository, I should be able to see the README, and this is the whole link. So I can copy this guy. We can also add a link in the header. So we can go ahead and say hero icons, which is right here. And we can pick an icon called info. So we have this guy right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the header component, and in the header component, I can just add a button. So button class name button. Is it button SM? No, button primary SM. Square ghost link. I think I'm gonna go with ghost, and then we have the link. Actually, this could be an a tag, and we can have href with the link, and we can also have the target should be blank, and we should also have I can maybe go to the next line so you can also see rel no opener no referrer. So let's save this, and we also can just get the JSX from this, and there we go. So let's format document, save this guy, go here and see the info. There you go. So if I click this, you can see enable AI in Chrome, and we can maybe also I don't know, Daisy UI has UI tooltip. Does it have tooltip at all? Tailwind tooltip component. Yeah, there we go. Over me. JSX. So here we have tooltip that we can put on top of the button. So class name tooltip, and then oh, wait a second. Preview. Over me. Hello. And the data type is hello. Okay. So then we can just say we have to wrap this whole a tag inside a div, and we can paste it here, and then we can say class name tooltip data. What is data tip? Enable, how to enable Gemini Nano. So let's format that, save this, go here, maybe should show it on the bottom. What is the directions thingy? Force open, top, bottom, tooltip open, tooltip bottom, tooltip bottom, tooltip top all tip, tooltip bottom. Save this guy. How to enable? Maybe tooltip left. Yeah. How to enable Gemini Nano? Tooltip primary. How to enable Gemini Nano? Ooh, this looks really nice. Okay. Maybe I should have the text box. Is it main? Is it app? Is it home? Home TSX has chat, and the placeholder text, I don't like its color. So here we have placeholder text gray 700, 900, 400, no, 500. What do you need translated? Okay, there we go. I think this looks nice. Maybe I can also say that the focus or the focus ring primary, right? Focus ring 1. There we go. This should be purple, right? UI UX. I need things to be nice. Summarize can be maybe accent. I'm not really sure. Maybe I can change that a bit. I don't know. Maybe summarize can be a button secondary. Summarize. And we also have this guy. Maybe this should be a button primary. Yeah, summarize. Cool. Hey Meek, how's it going? So we do have the logo, everything ready. Let's just push this. So git add commit m. We can have feed header, add info link. We can also do a git push and see this in production, hopefully. I think once I have the video out, I can also just add that. But let's see, this should start building the new version. There we go. It's also already deployed, or no? Is it? Interesting. This one is deployed. 28 seconds. So now if I go to the production, this is how it looked before. If I refresh, this is how it looks now. There we go. So here I can say, how's it going today? Miko says, this is ASMR. That's how you can spend your night. True, true. Okay. Urgur, the e-dog. Interesting. But this looks nice. I can also see how to enable Gemini Nano. It goes here and it basically takes us to the documentation. I think this is ready to be shared with others. I think, yeah, I think it's good. It's good to go, to be honest. So we'll see how this goes. I'll probably add some things to the README as well, but I think it's good. Or do you want to see something cool? If you're using Daisy UI, you can actually change everything that you see here. So for example, how's it going today? Not too bad. How about you? Okay, so now that we have this, if I go to Daisy UI, and if you don't know this, you probably should. So if I go to tailwind.config.js, I can actually use the themes here and just change it completely. I'm going to show you right here. For those of you who don't really know Daisy UI themes. When I did the hackathon at Killers, I basically showed it just like this, and they were like, "Ooh, that's nice." So I can actually go here and say something like this, but I want to use maybe one of them. So let's go with, I don't know. Let's go with synthwave maybe. So if I just change all of this to synthwave, the whole thing changes. This is super cool. Hello, hello, testing 1, 2, 3. There you go. The only thing that I don't like right now, and I'm being very picky, is that the color of the loader is not matching Daisy UI. I don't like that. I'm gonna have to fix that, and then we'll go forward. But I want to pick maybe a different theme. Let's see. Maybe pick Bumblebee. So let's go ahead and say Bumblebee. I'm gonna save this. So here's the Bumblebee. Test 1, 2, 3. Test 1, 2, 3. Meek says, do you know Spartan UI? I've heard about this. Isn't that something related to Angular though? I think it's related to Angular, if I remember correctly. I think it's something similar to shared CDN, but it's that doesn't seem to me that that's the one. Yeah, it's something related to Angular. Aha, yeah. Join the first 300 and help shape the future you are developing with Angular and Spartan. Is that all the contributors in here? I think yes. But yeah, super cool. But I want to quickly try to say something, submit. So this one was purple. We don't want that. We're gonna have to go in and change it by loader.css. And if I see it here, we have the color defined in LDS ring and we have the border color, right? So we need to say that this, and the border color is, uh, I think it's top. I can't remember now the direction. I think it's top. Yeah, so here we have it. Border color, border color, border color. So top right, bottom left. So it's like top right, bottom left. Okay. I hope I did that right. So we need to change the top border in this case from this to something different. And that means that I can override this by just saying every thing inside that we have, all these divs that we have actually will have to have something. But why don't I just change it here? I can just go ahead and say something like apply border top, and I can say primary, right? Yeah, that's pretty much it. I think that should be good. Isn't that it? I think that's pretty much it. If I go back to my app right here, and if I say something, yay, look at that. So we have the primary color at least being used, so I don't have to hard code it. So yep, literally shared CDN but for Angular. Yeah, that's what I heard as well, but I haven't tried it yet. Maybe sometime after a few months. I don't think I would have time soon, but maybe if I come across an Angular project, maybe. I was thinking actually about making this particular application that I have right now in Angular would be much fun, but I don't have it in Angular at the moment. Themes Bumblebee, I don't think I'm gonna go with this. Maybe I'm gonna go with dark. Let's see how that looks at the moment. Yeah, so this is the one, right, that I had previously. Is this the one that I had previously? Yeah, that's the one. Okay, summarize. There we go. Okay, so we can have the check the code console for summary. Okay, and we can just put it right there, git add, git commit, and we can basically say fix loader, make the loader color, or use primary color for loader. So we can just put that right there and we can just push it. Okay, so this is good stuff. I think I'm gonna leave it here. I will most likely, once I'm done with the video that I created for this, then I'll go and start sharing this. But I think this is a good start. Maybe I can start sharing this with the people in the community at least to try it out. I'll see, or maybe I'll just wait when the video is ready and then share both of them together. We'll see. Why not just sharing it as a beginning? And I also wanted to share this as a short video as well. I think that's probably much more powerful than anything else, and might not wait for the whole video for this. So we'll see. But let's see if this one is finally deployed. It is. Cool. And I can quickly go to the deployment. Here I can refresh, and now I can try the loader. It should be the primary loader, but I have no way of checking it. Maybe, or maybe I do. But if it still uses the primary one, then I think Good enough. Did I also change anything else in there? No, I don't think so. In the body, no, I don't think so. Okay. Test 1, 2, 3, test 1, 2, 3, test 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we see the primary loader. That's good. And do we have the border top color? Yeah, this is the style that I added, the border top color. So yeah, the styles are there. Good, good, good. Awesome. Cool. I'm going to share the link in the chat so you can try it out. You can also share with, I don't know, your friends and family. I don't know. Try that. But I'm going to go to bed. I'm going to have to pray Maghrib before I go there. But thank you everyone who joined. See you next time. Take care. And as always, happy coding.